Medyo naalimpungatan ako sa sa nakita ko sa wall eh. About sa Panatang Makabayan ni Lopez. Tinanong kasi siya ni Representative Marcoleta. Representative Marcoleta. Kung ano yung unang linya ng Panatang Makabayan. Di niya alam. May nag-coach pa. Kulang pa. So, kayo na lang umusga kung siya ba ay tunay na Pilipino, may pusong Pilipino, at nag-aral sa Pilipinas. Kung maintindihan. Di ko maintindihan ang nararamdaman. Panoorin nyo na lang. Kasi nga naman, kung tunay kang Pilipino, may pusong Pilipino, nag-aaral ka sa Pilipinas, dapat yung Panatang Makabayan, kahit isa, dalawa, tatlong linya, dapat alam mo yan. Imagine mo, nagtanong pa sa katabi niya. I'm not against Lopez. Pero syempre, ako matagal ko na nag-aaral, matagal ko na hindi narinig yung Panatang Makabayan, pero nung narinig ko kanina, kabisado ko pa rin hanggang ngayon. Panatang Makabayan, iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, ito ang aking lupang sinilangan, tahanan ng aking lahi, ako'y kanyang kinukupkop at tinutulungan, upang maging malakas, matatag at kapakipakinabang. Tama ba yun? Diba? Basta bahala na lang kayo, panoorin nyo na lang to.
Napakalaking sakripisyo bang gagawin niyo sa buhay kung sa tamang panahon ay ni-renounce na ninyo ang pagiging Amerikano niyo, Mr. Lopez?
Alam niyo po, can you hear me?
Opo.
Okay. Alam niyo po, it has never been an issue during my 68 years of living in this world that I was a dual citizen. In my mind, I've always been a Filipino. So it is only now that the technicality of being a dual citizen is being raised against ABS-CBN po. But really, why should I even think about it when all my life I have considered myself a Filipino? I grew up in the Philippines. I went to school here. I pay my taxes here. I vote here. I've done everything in the Philippines. My being a U.S. citizen is strictly a consequence of my father's going to school in America. So why should an accident of nature be a defining issue about whether I'm a Filipino or not? Shouldn't it be based on my actions and what I have done?
Walang galang na po, Mr. Lopez. Pwede ba naming hilingin sa inyo na i-recite ninyo yung unang linya ng Panatang Makabayan? Congressman Sarate, baka gusto mo ng tulungan.
I take exception to the side comments of Congressman Marcoleta.
Baka lang gusto niyo pong tulungan.
I have my own time.
Iniibig ko ang Pilipinas.
Salamat po.
Mr. Speaker, I move to strike the statement of Mr. Marcoleta.
COMSEC is directed to strike out the previous comment.
Mr. Chair, may I the reason why that statement should be stricken from the record? I simply ask our colleague if he would like to help.
I am not the one under interpellation, Mr. Speaker. I have my own time, Mr. Moderator. Why would the gentleman...
First of all, I'd like to make up record, nung tinanong ko po yung unang linya ng Panatang Makabayan, kinotes po nung abogado ni Mr. Lopez, yung iniibig ko ang Pilipinas. Yung pong abogado ang nagbulong sa kanya. Pwede na po ba akong magpatuloy?
Is that for the record? Is that for the record?
Just for the record, Mr. Chair. In the remote possibility that the Philippines declares war against the United States, which side will you take? The flag of your birth or the flag of your parents?
I'm a Filipino, Your Honor. I would take the side of the Philippines.
You will take the side of the Philippines,
Yes, Your Honor.
despite the fact, on the assumption that the UN Embassy is hearing these proceedings, you will still state that you will side the Philippine flag. Tama po
Yes,
yan?
Your Honor, they are very well aware of my dual citizenship. This is not a new fact.
Citizenship nyo na nag-a-appear pag kayo po ay nasa Amerika, pag Filipino channel po pinag-uusapan, kayo ba ay Filipino, American, or dual citizen? Dual citizen.
I'm a dual citizen po.
Yeah, pero sa records po ng TFC sa Amerika, ano ho lumalabas? Kayo ba ay Amerikano o Pilipino?
Frankly, I don't recall whether I'm even registered in TFC. No, so it would have to be. Ayo, would you know the answer to this particular question?
Gabby, hindi ako involved sa TFC. Matagal na yung TFC.
Kanina sinabi nyo nga na kayo ay American citizen at bumoboto kayo at lahat yan. Ngunit nahalata ko po, lahat po ng newsfeed ng ABS-CBN ay hindi ho sinasabi yan. Ang sinasabi ho yun, you are a Filipino citizen. Wala hong sinasabi na kayo po ay American citizen. Ito ba ho ay kasama sa propaganda ng ABS-CBN para ho sa isipan ng tao maitanim na kayo po ay Pilipino at hindi wala ho kayong pagkabanyaga sa inyong pagkatao?
I beg to disagree, Congressman Remulla, to your insinuation that what ABS-CBN News does is propaganda.
Ano ho yan? Bubukas po.
Ang tinatanong ko po is, Attorney Bautista, di ba may sinabi siya doon na, di ba niya sinabi doon na wala siyang loyalty sa ibang bansa maliban sa Amerika? Isn't that an affirmation?
Hindi po. Under our laws, ang kailangan po ay express renunciation. Maliwanag po yun. Kahit na ano po yung sabihin ng ibang bayan na affirmation or oath, meron po tayong mga standards na kailangan nandoon para maging express renunciation. At ito po ay hindi one of those.
The ownership and management of mass media shall be limited to citizens of the Philippines or to corporations, cooperatives, or associations wholly owned and managed by such citizens. Wala hong nalalagay dito as may be provided by law. Just to be clear on this, Mr. Chairman. That's my point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Remulla. Please continue, Attorney.
Tama po yung sinabi ni Vice Chair Remulla. Pero wala rin po nagsasabi na kailangan po Filipino lang kayo to be an owner or a manager of mass media. At gaya po ng sinabi ko, wala po kaming nahanap sa kaso o batas na pinagbabawal ang dual citizen na magkaroon ng interest as a manager or owner of a media company. Wala po talaga.
Attorney Bautista, kababasa lang po ni Congressman Remulla. At siguro po dahil sa napakaliwanag naman po nitong provision na ito na sinasabing limitado lang sa Pilipino, hahanap ka pa ng ibang batas na mapapagkukuhanan. Sinabi na ngang Pilipino lang ihahalo mo pa yung ibang lahi. Naintindihan niyo po ba ito na ito'y saksaligang batas? Pinakamataas na uri ng batas na umiiral sa ating bansa. Sinabi Pilipino lang, purong Pilipino. Pagkatapos maghahanap po kayo dito, nahahaluan po ninyo ng iba. Ewan ko po kung paano ninyo, kahit po pabaligtad po yung basahin ito, alam po ba ninyo yung basic sa ating statutory construction?
There is a point of order. We may read the law that is being asked, propounded, the question being
Yes,
propounded.
yes.
The gentleman. In Section 11, Article 16 of the 1987 Constitution, which is our Constitution, not America's, states, I quote, "The ownership and management of mass media shall be limited to citizens of the Philippines or to corporations, cooperatives, or associations wholly owned and managed by such citizens." Wala hong nalalagay dito as may be provided by law. Just to be clear on this, Mr. Chairman.
I agree, Your Honor, that citizenship should be earned and not inherited. I believe that the actions that I've carried out throughout my career as the chairman of ABS-CBN merit that I have done everything I can for the Filipino. There are many instances of this particular fact. Perhaps we can just relate one event. Attorney Brosas, I believe, talked about the fact that when ABS-CBN was taken off the air, there were over 3 million Filipinos that no longer could receive any signal that allowed them to be informed about the issues that beset our country, in particular the pandemic. Those 3 million Filipinos live in areas that are outlying areas. Hindi po yon in the rural areas. These are out in the mountains. And these are places where we have put our signal in order to reach these Filipinos. Those signals that we put in these particular areas will not generate the kind of income that will allow you as a businessman to make an adequate return. We did it because we believe that the Filipino should be informed. And those are the people that are affected by the fact that the ABS-CBN has been closed. Hindi yan negosyo po. That was a decision that was made to extend our reach to the far reaches of the Filipino nation. Even though